I think that my favorite advice or the best only advice is start today. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Ragnar Pitla. Today I want to discuss about starting on YouTube in 2023 and my journey for the first 4 weeks. So it's been a month almost. So I want to document this for myself and also to understand how is my progression going to be and what I'm going to do with this YouTube channel. First things first, I didn't create this YouTube channel for fun or hobby or other things. I could do other hobbies if I wanted. I think it's around 6 p.m. right now. I just came back from workout. I would rather spend time with family. That's the first thing I think. But I created this as more like a venue for me. I want this to be a successful part of my time and energy that I'm spending into this. So starting a YouTube channel in 2023, there are a lot of things that I've learned over the time, but I also have a checklist of things that I want to analyze myself and look at those things. So let's jump into it. The first thing is I came up with like a list of 14 things. Doesn't matter, 5 things, 10 things, 14 things. They're all going to be the same from everyone. But these are my experiences and my journey and my discovery so far. The first thing is embracing fearlessness. One of the first things for me was I have a successful job. I am very good at what I do in technology space, Microsoft and other places. But there was always this thing for me to think about, like, what would others think? What would my career progression will be? What would my new job hires or new managers would think about me having this YouTube channel? Though I do this at my own personal time, it does give me that fear. But there are other fears as well. One, like, do I look good on the camera? What do I need to wear? I want to present myself well. Do I have the right camera? Do I have the right microphone? So there are a few things like that. So first thing is embracing the fear. I think I launched the first video with a webcam on the top. And then I didn't worry about it. The whole thing was I watched a couple of videos here and there to figure out and then thought, let's just record it. The other fear I had was when I'm making the content, basically when I'm providing a solution for someone, I know all the requirements, so it's easy for me to create a solution. But here it was very hard for me because I'm being generic. People might think it's wrong information, right information. But then I was listening to other YouTube channels and everywhere, and it's very generic. If you can say a few things are right here, wrong here, but it's not about right or wrong. It's about your perspective. What I want to bring is to bring my experience from what I've learned and bring that to the channel. So that was a key thing for me. So embracing fearlessness, no one's going to care. Thinking of what others think is a waste of time. I'm a big Stoic believer. I read a lot of Stoic books, philosophy, Indian Vedas, and other things. So things that are outside of my control, I don't want to worry about them. So I kind of ignore them. And it was a really hard thing for me, especially putting yourself out there, because it's easy for us to fail behind everyone's back, right? So I could never launch a channel, create these videos, but they don't look good. But failing in front of other people is hard. I think I'll put a clip of someone saying that thing, like failing without consequences or failing without others' visibility is very easy. But when you know that your failure is seen by people, then it kind of puts a different kind of fear in you. I was reading my books again and trying to get through my head space to come back and say, you know what, let's just launch the thing and then see where it goes. The other thing I would say is the best advice I think I ever got or I ever can give anyone. If anyone ever would ask me, like, what would I do if I want to start a channel? I think that my favorite advice or the best only advice is start today. I think I've been thinking about launching this for about 2 years now. But the work has been stressful. We've been traveling. I've been all across Europe, Africa, and then been traveling around. Before that, there were other things. So every year there will be some or the other thing. So starting today, like if you are thinking about starting a channel, I would just say start recording and post it today, right itself. Like just post whatever you can. No one cares about your first video. No one worries about you being very professional. There are certain aspects when you need to be, but I think you just have to launch it today. So just don't procrastinate. Today is the best day to start your channel. I think that's the best compliment suggestion I ever got, and I will keep it in my mind as well. For anything, to be honest, like I wanted to do something, today is the day to start. I don't wait till January 1st. Like even today, like I couldn't wake up at 6 a.m. and go to the yoga class, but I went at 4:30 p.m. Like just go to the class. So you don't have to wait till the next class tomorrow. Today is the day. If you miss 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's okay. But launch it today and then just go with it. The other one is begin with the basic gear. I would say just start with the phone. I think a lot of the times just having your iPhone is great, or a Google phone, like whichever phone you have, just start with that. And learning to look into the camera is one of the hardest things. Just use what you have. And there are a lot of free tools too. People are like, how do I make my thumbnail, my design? Just use Canva for free. Canva also gives you 1 month free trial at no cost. And I use the other free tool, like one of the key things is I'm doing technology stuff. So for me, OBS is free. Most people don't know that when you want to record stuff, you get a lot of ads about like you use this application to record podcasts, this one. But I would suggest just to use OBS. It's very easy to learn. You can use it on your Mac, Windows, whatever. Just use the basic gear. For editing, I think there are a lot of free software. DaVinci Resolve is free across every environment. So if you are in any ecosystem, if you're in Apple or Windows, so that's definitely a big win, right? So you can edit easily. But Canva helps you start with the slides and then go with OBS. Even to write notes, a lot of people, like I write my notes in Word or something, but Notion is a free tool. You can create a lot of your sites. I'll share some clips on how I use Notion to put my ideas into a place and see which one goes in, how I track my progress, or how every time I have an idea, I just put it in Notion, so it's free as well. There are a lot of other free things. So use what you have. Don't worry about buying stuff. One of the key things for me was I was waiting to buy a microphone. I was waiting to buy a light. I was waiting to buy like a Rodecaster or a Stream Deck, because every time I feel like I need to buy this, everything will make it happen. As soon as I bought the mic, then I'm like, I need to buy a Rodecaster. As soon as I bought that one, then I was like, oh, I need to buy a light, or then I have to buy a Stream Deck for the OBS to make things easy. You could just do it on your laptop, what you have. And then I'm trying to learn about the streamlining. That's when you need to get into tools and applications that will make your process smoother, right? Like for me, it's a one camera person. So the first one I recorded on the webcam. The second one, I just put it on my camera. I'm recording on OBS at 1080p. I don't care. 4K, people say, but you can upscale in 4K. Nothing's moving here. You don't need any 4K resolution. So that's a few things I would say. There are a lot of other free things you can use to make anything you need. You can edit everything on the phone itself. So I would just say begin with the basic gear. At least first 2 videos, and then slowly you can increase them to different things. And also focus on quantity for skill in the beginning. What I'm learning is my first video, it took me, I think 3.5, 4 hours to sync the audio, sync the video, and then make things happen. My second video took me like a 2-hour thing. So as you grow, like as you add more lists to your quantity, I feel like you will increase your skill, right? So forget about perfection, keep doing more things, and every time you learn something, you just become proficient at it, right? So I learned how to make the audio stuff. Like I put some links on how to enhance my audio with few things. So I've learned that. The first one I learned through one video. Second one I used 2-3 videos, and then by the 5th one or something, I knew exactly how I can make the audio coming out of these mics and my voice to look good. So it kind of overall goes easily. So perfection is the worst enemy in this aspect. because in terms of technology or my workplace or anywhere, I cannot do half-hearted jobs. I like to do everything in detail. I like details. I like everything to be as much as to the end product as possible. In this scenario, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I did one of the first time I did like a Skype interview with using NDI settings. I have no idea the audio would work. It was still not perfect, but I'm like, you learn as you go, right? So I would say focus on quantity for skills, not learning skills on their own. Because when you learn skills on their own, what happens is I learned a lot of things about how to use Rodecaster Pro, audio, this and that, but those were all just skills that they were just saying, but I needed something to work on them. So that's where your quantity comes into picture. So you can use your quantity to increase that in skills. And also like my Stream Deck, one of the key things I learned is like, I hope it can come in the picture, but I have like multiple options for each one. I had no idea that I needed these, but that's the thing, like you need to like, as you work on different things, you learn like, okay, this one might require this. I created 3-4 pages, but this all happened over creating more quantity. So create more stuff and then learn skills through those process. In each one, you learn something new. So if you will also learn how to do presentations well, even using Canva, I'm learning like what can I use, what tools can I use. Now I'm using this green screen thing, so I'm thinking I'm going to do some edits. It's an added work. But also like at this stage, after a certain number of videos, I'm like, maybe I should put in that work to show a quality product instead of just going with the same for the last few. My plan for the YouTube is always about my next video is 1% better than the last one, and the next one should be 1% better than the last one. This comes from like Atomic Habits is one of my favorite books. So basically you can see that through Atomic Habits, he says about like adding 1% every day. Every day can add a lot of value. So using that is one of the key things. I read a lot, but everything you can't put into one video. So as you grow, you learn into new things and stuff like that. So focus on quantity for skill. The other one is quality matters in a long run. So basically, as you're building your audience, as you're trying to add more topics and stuff that are actually valuable for different range of audience. So my audience, I wanted to be the managers, the big companies, CFOs, CTOs, to look at the ERP products and other things in Microsoft, also looking at new solutions. So for them, I need to get to a good quality, and I'm aware of that. But I'm not at a place where I'm going to give up what I can do now because I'm not there yet, right? So I'm still creating stuff, but quality is essential as a progress, right? So you, like I said, 1% every video. I concentrate a lot on the audio now. I need to figure a lot more stuff, but I'm just learning. That's my key thing for me. That's why I highlighted here. But creating the audio quality is the key thing for me, and I'm learning how can I make it happen if I want to do in-person interviews, or when I do the Skype interviews, I want to get the best audio from the other side and things like that. But quality matters over a long run. So if you're going every day, creeping every video, but you don't improve and you see like you stale, that's when you need to take a pause and look at what can I improve, and ask the questions to yourself or your friends or your colleagues and things. Niche emerges over time. So one of the things I'm learning is I am very passionate about astronomy. I'm passionate about like physics and other things. I'm working on a video for calculating the distance between galaxies and distance between how do we know it's 13.6 billion years and things like that. I'm trying to learn a lot, and I read a lot as well. But that video is taking me so long. But that's like a niche I'm trying to get. But on the other side, my niche is, I'm thinking for at least this channel, for the F&O channel and technology channel, Unwinding Opportunities, my goal is my niche will emerge over time. I think unwinding opportunities is one thing that I'm very focused on, but other things I'm working on different things. I will go with the flow. I'm open, I'm flexible in my range. The next topic I'll speak about my advantages and stuff. But the key thing I'm also learning is it's always about keep creating the content you love, and then your niche will come organically. Like if I can speak about something, it will come through. Like when I'm talking about this video, this is my experience so far. Like I don't know how to grow on YouTube. I'm not interested in getting 10,000 subscribers. I'm just going to be happy with 1,000. But I want a quality 1,000 members, right? I also want, I don't care about subscribers. I care more about the views. Is it reaching my audience? At least for this channel, I want to make sure it's reaching through LinkedIn and other places. So your niche will develop organically based on the audience you find, based on the videos that work for you, based on what you learn to talk more about. Like you enjoy talking more about this, then that's going to be your niche, right? So things like that. And leverage your unfair advantages. Like the key thing I'm learning is before you even, I think I could say niche and leverages are two different things. But I think you could put your unfair advantages first before the niche, to be honest. I should have swapped, but here we are. That's what one thing you learn as you grow. Identify your unique qualities and experiences. For this video, at least I know I've started a channel a month ago, so that's kind of my unfair advantage there. But on the other hand, my main thing is I'm always interested in learning what are your unfair advantages. So this came from the book, right? The Unfair Advantages. So for me, technology space, this space is completely an advantage for me because I have almost 10, 11 years experience in the industry. And before that, I was interested in learning through my college or through my brothers and sisters who were in the technology space and other things. I've done other things as well, making videos and stuff, but I know technology is like my unfair advantage. I'm a solutions architect. I'm certified. I can speak about Microsoft day in and day out. I can speak about solutions. I can debate on what works well, how things work, and things like that. So it's kind of, I was picking this niche based on my unfair advantage. So choose what you can be good at, what you know already. It could be Dungeons and Dragons. It could be anything about a show. It could be whatever you're good at, right? So pick those things and start working. And the most unfair advantage you need to understand is you are always available. Don't try to rely on people. I always thought like maybe I need a co-host, maybe I need something. But then I realized one of the unfair advantages of me is like I am available when I'm ready. When I want to make a video, I'm ready. Like it's 6:30 p.m. now, I'm ready. So I'm happy, I'm interested, I'm excited. I'm not dependent on something. Same case goes with my channel right now here with the technology. That's my unfair advantage. Pick what you can be, and then we can talk. And sometimes you can also ask for help and reach out to people, and that could be your unfair advantage. You have your relationships, you have other things that you can work around. The other key thing is, I think, going from, I was reading some Vedas like Upanishads and other things, and then there are a lot of debates about like, did Krishna or someone already really kill 10,000 people or 100,000 people? The thing is, it's all about perspective. Like 10 years ago, or not 10, but at least 6, 7 years ago, if you said you have 1,000 followers on Instagram, people would be like, wow. Now if you say you have million, it's like, oh, okay, million followers. Oh, I have 10 million. I'm like, wow, 10 million. Even in YouTube space, if you have like 100 subscribers, it was like, wow, you have 1,000 subscribers or more. But now like numbers are different. So numbers are kind of irrelevant. You need to create the content you love. YouTube is a wide space. It kind of pays in the same way for a lot of community in a way. It pays for what you deserve, how much you work, or how much your videos are paying. So it's not about the money, but also it's not about the numbers and views. Just try to keep making the content, and it's like a slow game sometimes. Focus on creating content and avoid obsessing over metrics. Like that's the key thing for me. Like also like I was just like, I posted the first video and I was like, how many views I would get, or like, I think I got like 20 or 30 on day one, or 10 on day one. And I was very surprised and happy because starting a channel, having that visibility and going. And the second one, I used whatever, but the numbers don't matter. I'm trying to learn how I can increase my numbers through different way, but I'm not obsessing over, oh, I did this, but I still didn't get the numbers right. So focus on creating the content is the other key thing. I wrote to myself because I don't want to be discouraged by other numbers or other people. Sometimes it's hard, but I'm just creating the content I know I would want to watch. I'm creating the content that adds value if someone was in my position at a much earlier stage. So I'm working on those. And even here, like this is like a, no, who knows? I might only get 1,000, I might get 10,000 followers or subscribers or whatever over the next 2 years, let's say, or 1 year. But currently I have less than 100 or whatever, and I'm still making this content because I love it and I'm focusing on creating the content. And also plan for success. For me, this is an opportunity and this is a business. Like I call my channel Unwinding Opportunities. I am planning for success here. I have a mission statement that through this channel, I want organizations, companies, managers to look for solutions through the channel, whatever it is. Like I want to talk with SAP people, Microsoft. So I want to channel this through. This is and I was also listening to Ali Abdul and some Colin and Samir's podcast where they were talking. Ali Abdul was like, this is my business. I am rooting for it to be successful. So that's my plan here as well. If I'm spending my 1-2 hours of time after my 8-hour day, I better make sure it's something valuable to me and my family. So for me, it's I want it to be successful. So for me, it is about thinking ahead. So my goal is clear. I am very clear on what Unwinding Opportunities has to be. It might take me a different timeline. So my timeline is a bit flexible, but I'm going with agile approach. Like I'm in the tech space, so I can say it. So it's not a waterfall for me that this project ends this day. It's an agile phase, and then we'll test, do QA, whatever it takes, and then get to a stage where we can say, okay, this is successful, and now we go into the usage phase and stuff like that. But also the other thing is, I think a lot of the times people don't realize when you start making a video, this takes a long time. Like the first one, like I said, it took me 4 to 5 hours just fixing the audio. It takes 6 hours sometimes, fixing few things here and there. And sometimes you don't have time and energy. What I'm learning is develop systems for efficiency. One of the things I'm learning is I'm using OBS. I record the whole clip in one clip. I'm not interested in editing at the moment that much because content comes before editing for me at this phase. Later, maybe I'll streamline it with hiring some editors and other things maybe. But for now, I'm focusing on the content, but also creating that content in a streamlined way is what I'm thinking. So I record everything through OBS now. Later, I'll record on camera if I want to enhance the quality. But for now, I'm very satisfied with this. So develop systems, create streamlines. Basically, you should have a template of I hit record, I hit end, then I put them into my Final Cut Pro, the eventually resolve, whatever, and then I edit certain way, add few small things like names and whatever, and then I hit export, and then I click upload and post, right? That's it. So you need to have streamline of steps and then just follow them. And then basically the more easier you make that process, the better you become. Basically, it takes me 15 minutes to record or something like that, then a 15 to 20 minutes to import and do small changes, and then an hour to finish the whole edit. So currently I'm taking 2 hours of my day whenever I'm doing filming. So I'm doing 3 videos a week, so it's 6 hours plus my 40 hours, so it's around 50 hours of my time's going into fixing this. But I'm kind of building that system to reduce the time and increase the efficiency there. So this comes at later stages, but you can remember you can be efficient in various ways. But if you could follow with creating what you need, first is focus on the content and then you'll be good. Patience and consistency. The other thing I learned is there were times like I took a vacation, I took something. It's fine. I want to spend time with my family, but having that patience to like wait till the next day, not only to create, but also to see people are looking at your videos or you're reaching out to people and waiting for them to respond back. Other things like that. But in terms of consistency as well, you just have to commit. I'm interested in creating 2 to 3 videos. I have a lot of already important topics that I already picked up. I spent around 2 to 3 hours coming up with content for next videos. So I have a list of things, but that was my thing. Like I had to be patient for 2 to 3 hours to not get pulled into different things, right? So I'm thinking of one video, I just wanted to finish the whole video, but instead I just said this next 2 to 3 hours is just the headings, just the basic of what the video is going to be. Then I'll come to the core content afterwards. So having that patience mindset was the new thing I had to learn. And consistency is about like every day I spend 15 to 20 minutes thinking about this to make sure I have the time to create the video and plan it into my schedule. Like, okay, tomorrow I have a meeting with a client and this thing, and I'm doing presentation, so I don't have extra time. So I'm going to skip tomorrow. And then after my presentation, I'll have in half an hour to do certain things. Consistency doesn't mean every day. It just means that you have a plan and you're going there where you have to be, and everything is in place for that. Engage with your audience. Currently, I have very few audience, but still I feel like, but I'm engaging with my audience in different ways. I'm engaging with them on LinkedIn because I'm a technical person. I'm doing this technical show. And there was I had one comment recently and I'm engaging with them. I engaged with few people who reached out to me on LinkedIn after watching my video on certifications. So the way I'm engaging is I'm giving them whatever I know. I'm giving them a bit more context, a bit more in details. And I'm happy to do that because the whole goal for this YouTube channel is to help people with opportunities and understanding how to leverage your opportunities and your advantages, right? So I'm trying to build that community around it, because whenever I spend this few minutes or I took a phone call with someone to help someone with how to get certifications into certain areas, it's great because you're building one more audience and they are going to be positive towards you and your content that you make, and they might bring someone or not, but it's not a transaction. It's just helping someone and they're not expecting something out of it. So I'm engaging with my audience at LinkedIn. Some of them are on YouTube and stuff like that, or mostly on email now. I put my email in one of the video and then I got a lot of emails. So I'm excited for it. So just build the community, give them advice and help them, or elaborate more on the video because your video is small. The other one I'm interested is collaborate and network. It might be different for different cases, but I want to collaborate and work with people in my network because I want to do these unwinding opportunities as a podcast style video. Basically, my goal here is to reach out to these people and gain through their experience. Like if someone talks to me, I'd say about my journey, it might reflect to them, it might help one or the other place where they feel like, okay, I'm here and then I want to get there. Or they're like, oh, I've already done that, but you've done differently. So those are the things I'm interested in, helping people and also learning from people. Like I said, I'm into stoicism. Like all times, the best observations or best knowledge was shared through conversations. So you have these conversations, you need to collaborate with either YouTubers or peers. And one of the things I'm learning is in YouTube space, everyone's doing the same thing and everyone's on the same journey. They might understand and they might be positive towards you. So I reached out to a couple of people, they responded and are willing to help me. So that's a great thing as well. The last but not the least one is analyze and adapt. What I'm thinking is adjust your strategy. Basically, in the beginning, I was thinking I'll do mostly on F&O. I'm still interested in doing a lot of F&O. But suddenly, I was interested in Microsoft Fabric, which is the new technology. But then also, there is a lot of these... I think the core thing that might work for me if I do a lot of training / demo / showing how the technology works, because people want to learn through someone showing them, and that's how I consume the content. That's what I'm analyzing. Like what I'm consuming is different from a few things that I'm not doing. And the thing is, I do 10 to 15 things that are what I'm consuming, but I'm leaving out the 70 to 80% of it, which is tutorials, demos, and other things. But in my mind, I feel like they are doing it, so I don't have to redo it. But on the other hand, then I'm like, I would do it with different experience. I would do it with different solutioning, different data. So it might be useful for different people. So I just need to adapt that and put it into my mentality now. So that's something I learned over this video as well. So analyze and adapt, adjust to your strategy. So yeah, that's all about like few topics. I thought 14 of those. I didn't think about them. I just started writing them as bullets and went with those. But thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any suggestions for my channel. But if not, let's see. My next video is going to be 2 months. I want to do every month one video maybe, or every 4 months and 6 months after that, based on how the progression will be. But it's a good way for me to analyze and adapt like I was talking. So yeah, looking forward to the next video. Thank you so much for watching this channel. And I appreciate all your help. And if you want to start the video, like I said in the beginnings, today is your day. So start recording and then just post it, and then post your link in my comments or wherever. And I'll definitely love to watch the video and comment for you if it's required, or if it's possible and you would, if you need it. So thank you so much. Have a good day, and cheers and good luck for your channel. Good luck. Bye.